What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tom and Will FPL show. How are ya?
We are doing good, surely, Tom. Everyone out there, welcome back. It's good to be back. Another week, another good week in FPL. How are we doing? How are you doing, Thomas?
Great. Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me better this week. Sorry about that. A little bit embarrassing. Had the mic here the whole time, just didn't use it. So sorry about that, guys. Hopefully all good now. But yeah, had a nice week, mate. You're back in London, I see.
I'm back home to the madness. I've got a lot of tidying up to do. I left this place like a student's accommodation and just ran out the door, went, I'm going to my parents. And I came back and I was like, oh yeah, you really walked away from madness. So so I've got a lot of tidying up to do. And just, the general new year, new me, going to get rid of a load of clothes, trying to get down the gym later, but that might start tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, it's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've been saying that since last January.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen that for about 13 years.
So I'll tell you what did happen is the Will and Tom grudge match happened. But Liverpool versus Man United. We were texting each other. What a game! What a game, Will!
It was a game for everyone. It was a game for football, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't at our best. But it was a good game, nevertheless. I was just happy it was on.
Yeah,
Bloody
right.
Hell. Obviously, the snow came down, and after Saturday's FPL score, I was begging for that game to be on. I did a little dance when I sent you that photo on Sky Sports News. Got breaking news.
Yeah.
The game is on. I was like, yeah. I was dancing around in the living room. Girls are like, what? They haven't scored. Nothing's even on. What's wrong with you?
It's on.
Yeah.
No, I was literally on all of the channels, all the different X channels and Blue Sky. It was just any update, and everyone was there going, no chance, impossible. The pitch is terrible. And then I was like, but then it just came through, and it was like, no, it's on. And did you see that? Did you see that bit on Sky Sports where Carragher was sweeping snow off the pitch, and Gary Neville was throwing it back on?
That's great.
It was so good. It was brilliant. But yeah, fair play to all of the people involved at Anfield to get the match around the areas, real top-notch ripples, because it was a lot of bloody work, I'd imagine. So
yeah, it was good, wasn't it? What did you think of the game? I've got to say, mate, for you as a Man United fan, I've been well chuffed with that performance. Where's that been? It was incredible from you guys. Literally from the word go. I texted you, didn't I? Because you missed the beginning. It's like, mate, United look at it. They're up for it.
I didn't miss the beginning. Tom.
I was being generous. I
was watching it and I said to Tom, I'm not watching it. I'm too scared. And he was like, no, come on, it would be a good game. I was fully locked in, from half an hour before kickoff. I was just nervous, being if it started to get ropey. And Tom was like, it was 2-0 within 10 minutes. I was like, I'm not watching it. But secretly, I was just watching it on my own at my parents. But it was good. No, I mean, look, without going into too much of it, but it was we had the first proper week of training. The first proper week. He had 4 training sessions and 10 games. And this is the first full few days of training before a game. And you could definitely see that they got onto the system. And they knew what they were doing.
Look, right, Bruno had
a game.
That's what I was going to say. The fact that he was back and Ugarte was back, Mainu was there. That was that is your first team midfield right there. None of this Eriksen, Casemiro bullshit.
No, never again.
Bruno had the bit between his teeth. He was running things, man. He was great. And for me as a Bruno owner, it was lovely to see it from that side of things. But yeah, he was up for it. He was so sharp, and that's the asset I want in my team right there. Hopefully you guys don't just piss it away now against Southampton next week. But yeah, there were some great performances, man. Really great performances. Obviously, that your striker needs a bit of work. Missing that goal at the end, Harry Maguire. What was he doing up there, mate?
He was up. He was still up. He was keen. I do like that from Harry.
No, of course it was great, and he's got it in him. But like
that pass was bobbled. It was offside anyway. It was offside. Trust me. I'm not even going to think about it. You know. So
Liverpool though, I mean, we played all right. Gakpo still looking fantastic. Another classic Cody Gakpo goal, cutting in and finishing lovely.
Yeah,
Mo was a bit off the pace. Obviously, Trent had a shocker. So did Robbo. The wing backs weren't at it at all, which was a bit of a worry. I mean.
Yeah,
I'd say there's every chance they don't start. We'll see what happens in the FA Cup, but after that performance, you could definitely see Bradley and Tsimikas getting a little run in the team because they're both not been great. I mean, Trent's been good before that game, but yeah, maybe the Real chat is getting to him because he was well off the mark. But yeah,
True.
good for United and Southampton next, mate. This is it, right? This is where it's got to change. This is where you cannot just slip back into, averageness.
This the thing. So like the Amorim. Sorry, God, whenever I speak to you about it, you go Amorim, and I'm like, it's not love, Ruben
That's
Love.
Amorim.
I know, but it gets in my head. Amorim has been like, he said, look. He came out of that game being like, yeah, better, but he was angry at the previous games, and I love what he said. He was like, if you don't give me that every week, you are out. You are not playing. If I don't see that intensity, yeah, you can have a bad game, but as a team, if you don't give me that intensity and that side of play, then you aren't going to be part of the side. And I'm like, you better get after Southampton. In fact, screw that. You better get after Arsenal. After last night's performance, we're recording this on Wednesday. They've just been first leg against Newcastle of Carabao Cup. It's 2-0, and I love it.
At the Emirates.
Isak was unplayable, in my opinion.
As he always is at the moment, mate. That guy is he's the best striker in the league by far at the moment.
But you could go further than that. I think you put him up there in some of the best. I mean, he's numbers-wise, in the hardest league in the world, he is producing. And not just producing, he looks so good on the ball. I really, really hope, that's what he was saying last night, I really hope that he just stays fit.
Yeah.
Like, we know that he's got injuries in him. But yeah, I want to go after Arsenal at the weekend. I want to tear them apart. I want 4-0 United, but we need a striker. We need a striker to come in tonight. Yeah.
Mate, Højlund...
Which could happen.
Højlund, I think, as an outsider looking in, I know Højlund puts in a shift, but I was just like, that game, I was like, I don't think he's good enough. There was that big chance for him that he just blasted straight at Alisson. There was no composure, no thought. He had time and he just panicked and just hit it straight at him. I was like, no, he's not good enough.
Nah, I know, I agree.
So yeah, it's a
but
shame.
I mean, look, we're in the market. We got to shift some players out. We got to get rid of Casemiro. We got to get rid of a load of players, and then we can talk left back and striker. Osherman. Gyökeres,
I saw that Osman's been linked because they're talking about a bit of a swap deal potentially with Rashford against Napoli.
He's keen. Napoli hate it, and he just wants to screw over Napoli. But I don't know how much truth there is. And Gyökeres is not moving a muscle unless we find 60 million plus for him this January.
He's not going to United, man. I don't think he wants Champions League. He's too good.
I agree. But anyway, I don't know who else is on the no one's been mentioned yet. I mean, I'm literally every day in the background. I've got like transfer news. Yeah. I do love the window. You know, I love the window. I'm like, God,
Though I keep hearing that United needs to sell first.
100%. We have to.
So I mean, in that respect, you ain't getting no one. No one's coming in to buy your fucking players, mate. You know what I mean?
Casemiro's going to Saudi.
But these you're not going to get any money. You're not getting any money for these players. Like a 34-year-old midfielder.
I think he'll go for 30 million. But the thing is, it's all about the wages. He is on 300,000 a week, and it's like
300,000,000 a week.
But it's terrible. But the problem is also we've got, I don't know if you've read about this, the fact that Kobbie Mainoo, and Chelsea might be putting in a bid for Kobbie Mainoo, and they said that no one's not up for sale if the right bid comes in, and you're like, sorry, what? I
read that this morning because apparently they're a bit of an impasse over his contract.
He's only he's on 20 grand a week at the moment.
Yeah, but fuck's sake. I mean, I don't know what he's asking for.
200.
But you've got to give, he's one of your brightest stars, isn't he? Your brightest lights. You've got to tie him down. So yeah, tough. Yeah, it's an interesting month. Interesting month. Good old January.
Exactly.
Let the games begin. Right, what we got on this week's show? We're going to be doing five-a-side as we always do. We are going to talk about game week 20, where, quite frankly, guys, it was a bloodbath. I've absolutely smashed Will. He has yet to get a score on the board.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does.
It really
doesn't
does. It really does. And just think about that. All right. Right. Then we will do a little roundup of our main teams for game week 20, and we'll be looking ahead to game week 21. We'll go through our transfers, captains, see how we're feeling, and then we're going to finish the show as we always do. Footballer 20 questions. This week it is my turn to make the guess. And I'm hoping, Will, you've got a little one slightly more challenging than the previous ones. But before we do any of that, let's do our Green Arrow shoutouts.
Oh, nice shades, CK.
Yeah, I left my other ones in my car, so I've gone for my my Albanian taxi driver look.
Yeah. I love it. Get
this
in
look
there.
will never catch on in the UK. I got you, boys.
Bringing it back. Let's go.
Come on. Right. So this week, Jed FPL. He got 515k rank rise. 88 points this week. Very nice, Jed. We've got FPL Argus. He got 84 points with no Muomwr or Isak.
What?
How's he done that?
That's wild. He had Haaland or something.
Oh mate, I didn't even note down what his rank rise was. I'm just gonna look and chuck it in after the fact. It's gonna just be here now. There you go. And then we've got Pierre Verst. Pierre Verst? Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
We've got Pierre Verst, who got a 627k rank rise. Come on, my man. And then it's the return of the Mac, Jonathan Mackie. He's back again.
Yeah.
517k.
Whoa.
Will.
Yes.
Will, I've put the lyrics for
I've got
Return of the
it.
Mac in the show. We could just do a little rendition.
Let's do it. Return of the Mac.
There it is.
Return of the Mac.
Come on.
Return of the Mac.
Oh my God.
You know that I'll be back.
Here I am.
Return of the Mac once again.
We don't need a second verse. We don't need a second verse.
I was going for it.
We could though.
Just,
No, go on.
No. Just so you know, everyone knows we had it. We had the second verse.
We don't need the second verse because we smashed the first verse. Okay. Anyway, right. Last of all, in the Green Arrow shoutouts, we've got Will's biggest fan, Big Baz.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Big with 3 eyes. Big with 3 eyes. He got 87 points this week, Big Baz. So just a reminder to everybody, Big Baz is Will's biggest fan, and he has 8 Williams in his team, right? This guy,
No, he doesn't.
He's higher than me and Will. In his team, in his squad, right? He's got Will Dennis in goal. He's got William Saliba. He's got Nico Williams. He's got Levi Colwell. He's got Willy Bolly. He's got Harry Wilson. He's got Will Hughes, and he's got Joe Willock in his squad. This is a legit team. Over the season, 8 Wills. He's higher than me and Will. He's just got 87 points this week.
Has he also got like Salah and like some decent people in there?
Yeah, of course he has.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, I don't even know some of these. I don't even know any of these players.
Yeah, he's got a strong bench. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But mate, bloody hell.
That's
anyway,
incredible.
Those were our Green Arrow shout-outs. Well done to all of you guys. You smashed it. You're the best.
Well done.
See you next week.
It's the first time I've not been in it for ages, you know.
Yeah, so as I said, Big Baz is in. I'm sure a lot of these guys are in the mini league, but you should join the mini league. Yes, you. if the winner of this season's mini league will get a lovely Premier League shirt of their choosing for next season. The link is in the bio, but the code is MUOMWR.
Can I just jump in there also, because my nephew Spike, for those listeners and viewers that have watched, so they know who Spike is. My nephew, he made a cheeky comment to me the other day, and he said, "Yeah, the shirt that you're going to get the winner of the league. I mean, you guys, knowing you guys, you'll probably get it from one of those knockoff places in China." And I was like, "Easy, we aren't cut."
But that guy,
we aren't cut from that kind of cloth, you know. The labels will be woven in, you know. They won't be stick-ons, maybe.
Totally legitimate, okay.
All right.
And I don't appreciate that tone, Spike. Mate, that guy, gotta keep that guy in check. He just rolls around. He just goes around saying what he wants. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
He's so tall now.
So rude. I don't care how tall he is. Height's not everything, man. Do you know what I mean? Let's move on.
Yeah, true. Anyway, carry on.
Five-a-side.
Oh, look, listen. Do we really have to go there?
That's kind of our thing, man. Five-a-side. We do this every week so that we are imparting knowledge of the players to target. I mean, mate, if the people who are listening chose all the players that I chose, they would have had a fantastic game week. Do you know what I mean? I've chose five players that got between them 47 points. That's not bad. How did yours get on?
It's all right. 21. I mean,
21.
I think that's a very average score, like 21 for
I'd
five
say it's
players.
very average score, mate. Very average score indeed. So let's let the listeners decide. You had Sells in goal for 9 points. Decent, good start. Then you had Vardiol, 2 points. Luis Diaz, 1 point.
Crap player.
Anthony Gordon, 7 points. And then Ollie Watkins, 2 points. Did actually warn you about Ollie Watkins last week, saying, no Rodgers. Did. I was like, I didn't fancy it. But he did it anyway, which is fine. Anyway, moving on to my team. Nothing but hits, mate. Nothing but net. I've got Ortega, 3 points. Save
Rubbish.
points in there. Milenkovic, 6. Alanga, 6. Brian Mbuemo, 19 points. Almost smashed your whole team on his own. And then Raul Jimenez, 13 points, which brings my total to a fantastic 47 points, as I said. Unlucky Will. I'm gonna do you a favour, mate. I'm not gonna talk about the score anymore. I'm just gonna say you are yet to put a win on the board. You gotta sort it out.
Look, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I know what you do. You spend the whole week thinking about, like, okay, five-a-side, I've got to beat Will. I don't think about it all week because my main focus is clawing myself from the depths of our leagues and trying to get up the ranks. And that is where my focus is. I don't care about five-a-side, but this week, Tom, I'm going to take your little sweet tushy and I'm going to just kiss it. And I'm going to tap it on the bum. I'm going to send you home. Because this week, my friend, your ass is mine.
We still talking FPL?
Yeah, but that was part of the dream I had last night.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Oh, very quickly, before we choose our teams, I just want a notable mention for friend of the show, Phil. He submitted a team. I put it on social saying, look, play at home, guys. Send us in your five-a-side team. He by mistake, genuine mistake, sent in a six-a-side team by accident and gave us 6 players. Right. So he played with us this week, right? He said he even counted twice as well. Right, he chose Pickford for 4, Aina for 6, Huyson of Bournemouth. Yep. I still don't know how to say his name. He got 8 points. He got Kulusevski for 2 points, and he got Iwobi for 2 points. His 6th player doesn't count, so I'm not going to mention it. Doesn't count. So he got a total of 22 points.
What was the 6th player? Who was the 6th player?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It was like Mbeumo or something like that.
So
unlucky Phil. So Phil came. Phil, he still just pipped you by a point, but yeah, unlucky Phil. Next time, choose 5 players, and let us know how you get on. Game week 21.
Let's go.
Come on, Will. I believe.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe that's what it is.
No. Actually, I'll go first. Because I think it's crucial. I go first. Okay, I am gonna go in goal. Right, I'm gonna stick with a surefire goalkeeper that's gonna get a clean sheet against a struggling Bournemouth team that's gonna score, especially with one of their main strikers, Ian Nilsson, out. I'm gonna go Chelsea, but I'm worried that this could blank, because I'm worried that Chelsea's goalkeeper Sanchez might get rested. But I'm going to go with him. I'm going to take a chance, and I'll go with Robert Sanchez.
Okay, great. Mate, just triple check your mic for a second. It seems to be like slightly in and out. Like I've gone a bit muffled. Like I lost you for a second. I don't know if it's my end or what. Just triple check.
No, it's just it's all good. It's if I come back here, then it probably does something weird. But
okay,
I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Knocked it with your boner. Okay, right. So you've gone Robert Sanchez. I'm gonna go with Andre Onana at home to Southampton.
Yeah, that was my second choice. I think that's a good shout.
No, it's cool, man. You went with Chelsea goalie who never keeps any clean sheets whatsoever. That's a good shout. Right. Okay, defender. Go on, Will. What you got?
Do you know, I think I might, after your great advice, which I wish I'd taken last week, I think I'm going to go with the fact that Watkins... Oh, no, Robertson's back this week, isn't he? Scratch that. Who's the player who was out last week? Aston Villa. I always forget his name. Rogers.
Yeah.
Change my mind then. I might go with. It's a tricky one. Do you know what? I'm going to go with Lewis Hall for Newcastle, because he's in my main team. My main team is smashing it up. Newcastle are on fire, and they've got quite a decent fixture against Wolves at home. So,
sure, yeah, I've got no problems with that, mate. It's nice, a good pick. I'm gonna go with Anthony Robinson. I realise these aren't really interesting picks because these are players that are already in everyone's team. I could mix it up. I kind of fancy Fulham to do well against West Ham. They are away, but as we said last week, we targeted West Ham a little bit because they didn't have Jared Bowen. That is still the case. So if you do have a Fulham defender, I think it's a good week for him. But if I was to be slightly more punchy, I mean, you could go, again, there's a lot of people who have bought Munoz in away to Everton. This feels like the week. He hasn't done anything yet, but this feels like maybe the week where he is going to get that return.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, look, if you haven't got, if these guys are already in your team, I'm sorry, but congratulations to you. I'm gonna go with Munoz. There's more people who haven't got Munoz than there is Robinson. So we're in it together, guys. Okay, I like it. I've got him. My midfielder, my first midfielder. I'm gonna go for that United fixture with Bruno. I have to. I want Bruno. I don't have him on my main team. I'm going to stick him in the 5-a-side, and I'm going to start that bum cheek work on you, Tom, from there.
Gotcha. Nice. All right.
I've got my next pick's good.
I'm going to double up on Palace. And I'm going to go with the man who seems to be a little overlooked at the moment, which is so rare. Obviously, in the past, he's all we've been talked about when it came to City, and that is Eberechi Eze. I'm going to say that one more time. Eberechi Eze. I'm going to bring in Eze this week because there's not many people talking about him. Sarr is getting all the plaudits, but Eze's ticking along nicely. I doubled up on Forest last week, which did me well. And this week it's going to be Palace.
Nice. Good shout. I mean, Forest are so good right now. It's a joy to watch. I am going to go with someone I've been keeping my eye on in the back room. A struggling City team, starting to motor again. Haaland might be back, and Brentford away. So we know Brentford pretty good away, but I've just got a feeling about City. I think it's going to be a big game. And I'm going to go.
Are they not at home, Brentford? Have I written that down wrong?
Yeah, no. Brentford are at home. So Brentford are at home. I was but City, yeah, it's a big pun. But I'm going to go with someone that I just think is electric, and he runs at defenders. And I'm going to go with Savinho. Like, he is playing good football. He's just pushing on. And he got 13 points last week, and he got 14 points the week before that. So I'm going for him.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Yes.
You got a slight frog in your throat there.
I just got really excited then for a second. He's hit a bit of form. He's finally, he played for so well at the beginning of the season, and all City assets wasn't getting any returns. But now he's really starting to click, and he looks super slick, and he's reasonably priced. What's his current price there, William?
His current price is 33% owned, and he is 6.5 million.
Bargain.
Might be something to look at for the team takedown against that bastard Spike.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about it this week.
Okay, cool.
It's another tough week. I mean, I'll quickly reference it now as it's come up. We got 43 points, and he got a net 54, so he's increased his lead.
We'll get it back.
Yeah, we'll be right. So my next pick, final midfielder, I'm gonna go slightly rogue, and I think maybe this is the week Garnacho gets the return. I'm gonna go Garnacho.
Could be sold. Could be sold in the next few days.
Do you think he'll start? Is he linked with the move?
He out of him and Mainu, of the homegrown talent, because it's 100% profit, and we are struggling when it comes to money. He's more likely to move than Kobbie Mainu, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course.
Atletico Madrid. I think he could by the end of the week, transfer window. But I think it's unlikely.
Can I change my pick? Or
No. Okay. And he won't start. He definitely won't start.
Cool.
Ahmad, yeah.
Didn't want him to start anyway. I'm just giving you a chance. He's going to come on and smash it. He's going to he's going to leave it right to the last minute. You think you got him, and then boom.
Yeah, fair.
All right, go on.
Okay. I would like to have Haaland, but I don't, because I feel like he could score a couple against Brentford. But top assets, the primary assets aren't allowed. So I can't not. I'm going for the win. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be tricky. I'm not going to be interesting. I want to win this one because Tom's taking the piss now, and I'm just going to go with Isak because he's the best striker in the league. And it's getting to a point though. And if you say no, go for someone else, because I think he's now getting into that top level tier. In my opinion,
he is.
The premium.
But the rules were, if they're not 10 million, they're fair game. And
how much is it at the moment?
If we're playing this game properly, he should be in, and you need him in. What is he? He's up to 9.3, I think.
Yeah, you're bang on. I guarantee you, in the next few weeks, if he continues this form, he'll be over 10 without doubt.
I am going to. I think he's going to stop the rut this week. He's had a rough 7 game weeks or so, and as an owner, it's been hugely frustrating. But I fancy him to turn it around this weekend, and I'm choosing Jackson of Chelsea to bring me a little haul in. No.
Interesting choice. I don't think he's going to start.
Oh, he's going to start. Of course he is, man.
I think you've got to put Nkunku up there. Anyway, good choice. Good stuff. All right, 2 non-starters. They probably will still beat me. They'll still probably come on after 60 minutes.
I was tempted to go with Delap of Ipswich, by the way. A notable mention.
Looking good.
He's home to Brighton. Brighton, obviously, they're far away from keeping any clean sheets anytime soon. So I think that'll be a good game. Ipswich have found a bit of form. I will say that Delap is only really scoring penalties at the moment. He's not scored from open play since I think it's like game week 11 or something. So, but his all-round play, he looks like he's about to get a haul. He's clicking. He's very confident at the moment. He's shooting from anywhere, shooting on sight. So it feels like a haul is coming, and maybe, just maybe, it could be game week 21 at home to Brighton. Okay,
love it.
That about does it. Will, do you want to reel off your team for me, sir?
Oh, sorry, yes. My team is Sanchez in goal, Lewis Hall in defence, Bruno Fernandes midfield with Savinho and Isak up front.
Nice. And that team will be taking on my team of Onana, Munoz, Eza, Garnacho and Jackson.
Good luck,
if you
Thomas.
don't win this week, Will...
Oh, we're not playing anymore. I'm not gonna... We have to figure something else out. We have to play each other's game week teams, or sort of you have to pick from each other's game week teams.
Pick the worst five-a-side team.
I will smash you up in that. Yeah.
All right. How did your main team get on, mate?
Did all right, my friend. It did okay. I scored a total of 69 points, but I did take a -4. I took out Pau Torres. Yeah, I did in the end because I was worried about that. I was worried about the Liverpool and United game not going ahead, and I had Cunha not playing, and I also had Pau Torres injured. Yeah, so I took Pau out and I brought in Milenkovic, and he's a great player. He's such a beast. But do you know what I wish who I brought in is it Anina? Have I got that right? Aina, sorry. Shit, so shit at the names. Aina. He's great. But one thing that I really didn't click with, that long throw that he does, it's like taking a corner. And I was like, it's such a weapon. He's got one of the longest throws in the Premier League, without doubt. Anyway, sorry. And
I mean, he's good. I guess the only thing with him is he's slightly more pricey, isn't he? Like 5.1, 5.2.
5.2, I believe now. But anyway, Milenkovic, and I was just worried that I might price myself out of like the assistant coachship and all that kind of jazz in the future.
Arseman. The Arseman chip. Which I love. It's such a good name.
I do like that. So yes, I 69, so 65 points in total. So I had Raya in goal for 3 points, Lewis Hall with 2, Gvardiol with 2, Milenkovic picked up 6, which is great. Anthony Gordon 7 points, Luis Diaz only with the 1 point against United because United didn't give him a single chance on the ball. Because we're just better. Palmer with 10, finally gets some nice returns. Lovely finish from him. Lovely goal, in fact. And then Mohamed Salah as captain with 14 points. Then I had a fantastic week up front, and I brought in wood. I finally got some wood in me. It's been a while. And Wood for 8 points. João Pedro got a great return for 9 points, and Alexander Isak for 7 points. And for the first time in a very long time, I made a really big mistake because on my bench I had 9 points with Ahmed from Manchester United, so I should have swapped him for Luis Diaz, and then I would have been on an absolute belter. But very happy.
You can't beat yourself up over that, mate, because like you say, no one gave United a single chance, as you said. And
totally.
Yeah, I think he probably was always going to get benched that week. I'm sure he was on the bench for a lot of people.
Yes, but just still another green arrow. I think I'm on like 7 in a row now. Little tiny weeny one, like 20k or something. But green is green, and I'll take it all day long.
Absolutely, bro. Very good. So, yeah, my team didn't quite do as well as you, mate. Got 57 points. which was tricky. I was going to roll on the show last week. I said that I was going to roll, and I very much wanted to roll. But like you, the uncertainty over the Liverpool fixture, if that game didn't go ahead, I would have only had Greaves to come on to my bench. I'd have gone down to 9 players because, I would have had 3 going off and only 1 coming on. So that would have sucked. Quite honestly. So I made a transfer so that if the game did get called off, I'd at least have 10 playing players. And I took out the suspended Timber and bought in Milenkovic like you, which turned out to be a good move. Got us 6 points, didn't he? So 57 points, Raya for 3, Trent blanked, Robinson 1 point, Milenkovic 6, Captain Mo 14 points, Palmer 10 points, Jacob Murphy, nice assist from him, 5 points, nice. Bruno Fernandes with the double assist, my guy. Evan Nilsson 2 points on the chopping block this week, underwhelming, and he's now injured. I don't know where that injury came from. But anyway,
little broken bone in his foot from, I thought it was in the game week, but maybe it was training. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Isak for 7 points, and then Nico Jackson 2 points. So I was very underwhelmed with my striking performance. You were very happy with yours. But, I mean, I was saying on socials, like, Evan Nilsson and Jackson, they basically played their own like bin off game against each other to see who's going to get in the bin this week for me. Because after the Chelsea game, it was Jackson, and then Bournemouth did that, and I was just like, you're both terrible. But I think even Nilsson's going to bite the bullet this week, and Jackson's going to get one more week against Bournemouth. So yeah, it's a tricky way. It was an underwhelming week. Little red arrow, similar to you. Nothing crazy. I'm still just lurking around the same spot of around just under 2.5 mil. Rubbish, mate. It was just rubbish. But it'll be all right. It'll be all right next week. I'm very positive about my team. What are you thinking about for next week?
Do you know what? This is the thing about having Wood and Cunha, and I was like, because I kind of wanted to hold on to Cunha for the week to see. I just wanted to give him a little bit more. I know the fixtures are really tricky, but then because of the match being potentially cancelled, it kind of forced my hand, which I'm all right with, and I'm great. I love having Wood. Like, he's amongst it, and his movement off the ball is great for the goal. Had my eyes transfixed on him the whole game, and Nottingham Forest just purring. Alanga, Gibbs White, Hudson-Odoi. Like, I kind of want more of them in my side. But this week, I think I'm just going to roll. Like, the team was always good for these next few fixtures. I was hoping to just have do the one transfer last week, but I could have rolled last week if it wasn't for the questionable United-Liverpool game. So this week's a roll. Everything's good. I think I'm going to put Ahmed ahead of Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz potentially go on the bench. There's a question whether I switch out Wood for Luis Diaz, but I think it's just backwards and forwards. Like, don't know if Wood's going to outscore Luis Diaz. I'm just going to stick with it. And Milenkovic on the bench, I think. And we'll get to captains in a little bit. But I like the team. Everyone's got a decent fixture, in my opinion. It's a lovely looking team. I'm very happy with it. And the only person that I'd kind of want in would potentially be an Mbeumo, but his fixtures are dicey. So,
right, on Mbeumo, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, his fixtures are dicey, but so his next 6: Man City, Liverpool, Palace, Tottenham, West Ham, Leicester, Everton. Although they're not the best fixtures, I wouldn't bet against him. I really wouldn't. Like, I think he's perfectly capable to return in these games. So basically everyone, including myself, was chopped out. A lot of people chopped out Mbeumo on game week 14. That was when his fixtures turned. They had a really great run up until then, and a lot of people chopped him out. Since game week 14, he is the second highest scoring midfielder in the game, which for 55 points, which really stings, having got rid of him. I wouldn't mind him back in my team. I haven't got a spot for him, but yeah, I think those who have got him I don't think you're worried about these next fixtures, if I'm honest with you. I think you're holding, and congratulations to you for sticking with him, because you've been repaid 19 points last week. Amazing stuff, and that hurt me considerably, actually.
The only other person that I'm looking at though, but then I'd be doubling down on my own team, and that makes me physically what I just know it doesn't go well. Is Fernandes would for that Southampton fixture. If we continue here and we start looking really good, he's a no-brainer, because he is involved in everything. He's on pens, he's free kicks, he's everything. He's right up there, but he needs to continue to do it for the next few weeks.
Yeah, I've got him, so I'm very happy with the situation as things stand. He will be playing for me this week at home to Southampton. As I said, I'm happy with my team. On paper, it looks really strong. I think my weakest link at the moment is it's probably the Chelsea assets against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Just because Chelsea's current form is really poor. They've just suddenly dropped off out of nowhere. We know that this is kind of what happened with Enzo last season at Leicester. But I think they'll come again. They will come again. And I'm hoping that it's this week and Jackson gets some points for me. Eva Nilsson, I'm going to keep an eye on the price changes. Obviously, we've got a little while now until game week 21 starts, because we've got FA Cup next week. Yeah. Mate, very exciting about the FA Cup, man, isn't it? Love the magic of the FA Cup.
Me too.
You know, there's big fixtures for minnows, like Man United, dream fixture going to the Emirates. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's lovely.
It's just easy. It's easy.
It's so easy.
I predict a win. I think we take them.
I
think we're going to be so up for it, and momentum. It's a big game, big part of the game. So
big good game. But yeah, so this week my options are is who I bring in for Eva Nilsson. The guys I'm most interested in, I would say, is Raul and Chris Wood. There are other options, obviously, João Pedro, Delap, Jesus. But I don't know. I kind of like the price point of Raul, because having Jackson and Isak, it makes me not afraid to bench Raul at 5.6 million. Whereas if you've got Chris Wood, then you're playing him. I've got a strong midfield 5. So yeah, it's just that I'm gonna have to weigh up the fixtures and see how I feel. But I'd love to get to Gakpo. I wouldn't mind doing like Evan Nilsson out to Raul this week, and then if Jackson's form doesn't pick up, maybe going to Wood or Gakpo from Jackson in a week or two. Because in the last 5 games, obviously Isak's far and away the top scoring striker, but Gakpo and Jesus second with 33 points each, and then it's Cunha. Even not in playing last week, he's still the top 4 strikers in the last 5. Solanke's been ticking along. I don't know about you, Will. It doesn't interest me at all, but he's got 2 goals in his last 5, 2 assists, 27 points in the last 5. It's not bad. He's outscored Raul, Wood, Haaland and João Pedro, along with, Delap and Visa. He's kind of going under the radar a little bit, Solanke, but
This just doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't do it for me. Yeah, you just don't know who's going to turn up.
Ange is losing the plot, mate. He's losing the plot. No. He looks so unhinged right now. Honestly.
I just want him to get through this season, because it's like I don't want them to do anything stupid, because I think I love watching Tottenham play. It's so entertaining, and I've got some close friends who come down to the pub with us, and they're both Tottenham, 2 brothers, and they're both Tottenham fans, and it's a bit of a roller coaster, because I really like them. They're great lads, and I'm I kind of want them to do well, but I'm just like, Spurs, he's doing Spurs things. It's just it's horrible.
He's talking himself out of a job at the moment. He needs to, before he goes into press conferences, interview, and just take a beat, take a breath. Goose fraba. Just suck it up, right? And then just talk very low key, very minimal, very professional. don't draw attention to anything. He's like fucking all over the show.
He's like you again.
He's just, mate, settle down. Like, I had a good performance last week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and he just ruins it. And he came out and said that Salah wouldn't get into the Spurs team. What are you doing, Ange? Just
come on.
Don't
Be that guy. Don't be like Arteta. Did you see Arteta today when he came out and said because their loss last night was due to the fact that the ball is different?
I know.
You're going to be knocked out of another cup. You haven't had any silverware for years.
Oh, man.
You know what I saw the other day? I saw United, right? They had our trophies in the last 10 years. Our trophy cabinet has looked horrible in comparison to previous years. We've won 2 FA Cups, 1 Carabao Cup and 1 Europa Cup. And Arsenal haven't won a thing. And this has been our worst 10 years on record. And I was just like, oh God, it sure sucks to be an Arsenal fan.
Right, well, are you done?
Sorry, I just can't. Oh,
yeah.
We haven't got any Arsenal listeners anyway, it's fine.
So, yeah, got to make a decision over a striker. I'll make it. I'll make it in due course.
Get your wood. I'll get some wood in you. Get some wood in there.
Chris Wood, though, if I brought him in this week, there's probably a good chance I'll still bench him. But then he's got Southampton the following week, which is a lovely fixture. Forest do have some nice fixtures, so Wood is definitely up there. But yeah, there's just some other options worth considering. My main worry, a little bit of a concern for me and my team, is no Anthony Gordon. So I've got Jacob Murphy. Gordon seems to be very popular among the FPL community at the moment, and for good reason. He's chipping in every game at the moment. He's returning, so very popular. But can you go against Gordon with Murphy? That's what I want to know, because there is a price difference, right? Murphy's 5.1, Gordon's 7.5. It's almost £2.5 million more. And let's have a look. Last 5, right? Last 5 games. As I always go last 5 because it gives us a representation of where we're at currently. Murphy is joint second in points scoring, whereas Gordon's down in 5th. He scored 5 points less than Murphy. Murphy's got 3 goals. Gordon's got 2. Murphy's got 3 assists. Gordon's got 3 assists. So there's not a lot in it at the moment. So on that basis alone, you're kind of like, look, what are you getting for your money? I guess I don't know. Why don't you stick with Murphy? Do you know?
That's what I'm asking you. Yeah.
What do you think? XG, Gordon's XG in the last 5 is 1.44. Murphy's 1.17. So Gordon does a little bit there. XA, Murphy 1.41. And then Gordon's 1.58. So again, it's like marginal difference in Gordon's favour. Murphy's shots, 10 shots, Gordon 14. Big chances, Gordon's had 5 rather than Murphy's had 3. But I mean, for £2.5 million more, I want to keep going against him. I don't want to rush him in. I'm happy with Murphy ticking along. He got an assist at the weekend. Yep. And like I say, there's other assets that I want to get to, down the line. So I think I'm going to stick with it for now. I'm going to stick with it. Like, I would love to get Mbeumo back in. He, I think, is worth the money. So maybe if I'm like downscaling Evan Nilsson and Jackson, then maybe Murphy goes up to like an Mbeumo, but then I've got no Newcastle coverage, and which worries me a little bit because, as we're seeing, they're one of the best teams in the league at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's an argument here. Like, obviously, Alexander Isak's up front. He takes up one of your 3 Newcastle places, right, for sure. But then, they've won 5 on the bounce, right? And they've got Wolves. They've got good fixtures. There's a few little ones in there, but they're playing so well. You take them on against anyone. So you're thinking, okay, Anthony Gordon or Jacob Murphy, then will take up one of your others. If you haven't got a Newcastle defender, which I have, There is an argument that you'd have Murphy and Gordon.
Interesting.
I don't see many teams with that, but you could, I could easily swap out a Louis Diaz. Well, I would swap a Diaz or an Ahmed out to get in that third asset, but I already have a third asset in Hall, and I'm happy with Hall as well.
I mean, next 4 for Newcastle, right, in the league: Wolves, Bournemouth, Southampton, Fulham. If you do attack it, 3 attacking players in Murphy, Gordon, and Isak's not a bad little tactic. You might get some nice returns there. Because like I say, they're both banging form. They're both returning. I was listening to Planet FPL, and James was saying about you do need to be aware that Newcastle are in the market for a right winger. So obviously, if that's the case, then Murphy's minutes are gonna go down. So just something to keep an eye on. Right, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. So I will get Evan Nilsson probably will go this week, but I'm gonna try and hold out until after the FA Cup matches, just in case we get any injuries. Obviously, with the FA Cup, guys, hold out as long as you can. All the Premier League teams are in action this weekend, so yeah, hang on to those transfers. Right, tricky one this week, mate. Captain choice.
Interesting one.
There's a decision to be made here.
There really is, because Alexander Isak is on fire, and he's got Wolves at home. Wolves, we've seen, are pretty shaky at the back. They're conceding, and Salah has got Forest, who are defensively very good, albeit Salah is Salah, and he will do what he does. But it is tempting, isn't it? What are you thinking?
Yeah. Well, so I've made a list of 4 notable mentions for captain choice this week, right?
Let's hear them.
Isak at home to Wolves, as you say. Haaland away to Brentford. Haaland.
Oh God.
He's kind of back, right? That's 3 and 2 for him now. Salah away to Nottingham Forest is always an option. And then a little cheeky one. Mr. Bruno Fernandes at home to Southampton. Just a very cheeky one. Bit of an outside shout. If you're down in like the 3 mil ranking, do you know what I mean? It could be a shout. Might even be a shout for me, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, look, let's see how he plays against Arsenal at the weekend. Let's see what happens. If
use that information, guys. I think it's a really good shout, Will.
Yes. Thanks.
But at the moment, captaincy is on Isak for me. What about you?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. I think I will do it. But then it will get to the game, and I'll be like just before the deadline, I'll be like, Salah.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Let's see what happens. Let's see how Salah plays against Forest, because he was off the pace against Man United. Maybe the contract situation is getting to him a little bit. Maybe it's just a big game. Maybe it's really cold. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. But yeah, as Will says, everyone, let's see what we learn from the FA Cup matches. Go from there. Right. Let's do it, mate. It's been a long show. We're going to get into Footballer 20 questions.
Okay. Are you ready? I think you're going to get this one pretty easy.
Okay. Fantastic. Is he still playing?
No.
Okay.
19 questions left.
Thank you. Has he won the Premier League?
He has won the Premier League.
Has he played for a London club?
Yes.
Has he played for Chelsea?
No.
Has he played for Arsenal?
No.
Hang on. Oh, okay. I see what's happened here. Fuck.
Oh. I seem to have made a mistake.
Fine. No, this is good. It's all good stuff.
It's good.
So, he's played for 2 Premier League teams, because he's won the Premier League, guys, but not for a London club, although he has played for a London club. So, that's correct, isn't it, Will? That's the information you have given me. You're looking with a puzzled face. You said
You
he's
said something.
You said he's a
something-
Premier League. I said, is he a Premier League winner? Yes. I said, has he played for a London club? You said yes. I said, has he played for Chelsea or Arsenal? And you said no.
Everything I've given you so far is bang on the money.
Great. Just for the guys on the pod, Will's not looking convincing.
I just had to. You put something in there. You said, has he played? You said, has he played?
Don't know this.
Has he played for another Premier League club? And I was like,
He must have.
well, yeah, he has. They were. I just had to be sure that they were. There's a bit of a clue here. They were in the Premier League at the time of him joining them.
That's a big clue.
That's a big clue.
Big
I think I'm going to give you
That's a
that.
big clue.
I'm going to give you it because no reason.
Yeah. Don't just easy on the clues, Will.
That's all I'm going to give you.
All right.
Nothing.
Okay. Has he played for Manchester City?
No.
Fuck's sake.
That's a stupid question. I would never pick a City player.
Has he played for Manchester United?
Let me just check that. Yes.
So, Will's also given us a clue that perhaps the London side hasn't always been in the Premier League. Okay, so is this gentleman English?
No.
Is this gentleman European?
No.
Oh, that was 9. Not European. Is he South American?
No.
But I mean, I think I've covered all the countries.
I'm pretty sure I've just nailed all of the countries in the world.
Okay.
Very good.
That's 10 questions. Is he a white Caucasian gentleman?
No.
No.
I think you're going to get this.
Is he a winger or a striker? I mean, is he one of those two positions?
No.
Okay. Is he more of a kind of central midfield player?
I mean, I think he could play anywhere across the midfield.
Because I said, is he a winger or a striker? You're like, oh, and I'm like, is he centre midfield?
Yeah,
Anywhere.
I would say let's go with centre midfield, but he can play. He could play anywhere in the midfield.
Okay.
I think the term is versatile.
Sure.
But yeah, centre. Go with centre.
Like your answers.
You said hard. You said make it harder.
No, it's good. Just not getting like solid answers from some wishy-washy Will.
Centre. Go centre. Centre. Go centre.
Won the Premier League for Manchester United. It's a while back.
More recent than Arsenal, though.
I need the country, I think, now. So he's not European. He's not South American. Is he from the continent of Africa?
No.
What the not African.
I still think you're going to get this. But you've got to the moment now. You've got into the point where it starts to get a little bit squeaky. Because you're there going, oh! In your head, it's just a monkey slamming tambourines together. in like a tutu. Just da 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 da. Is that Homer Simpson? Is that Bart or was it Homer that had that in Simpsons?
I think it was Homer.
I think it was Homer.
I'm just getting a map of the world up.
That's cheating!
Is it?
No, it's not. You know, you may as well just go on Wikipedia and just start Googling stuff.
Oh, no. Oh.
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 Asia. Is he from Asia?
Yes.
Got it. Fucking got it, mate.
He's just staring at me. Tom was actually just, for the people who are not watching on YouTube, Tom just leant back and just like smiled on his face and just stared at me for straight down the lens.
How can I nail this in one more question? So just so everyone's aware, I've asked 14 questions, and I'm only gonna need a 15th. Is another term for one of these names, right? Right?
I knew you. I knew this was the question. I was like, the same mind to be like, would you
find a set of swings and a slide at one of his names?
I mean, you could, yeah, fine, yeah, you could go with that. Yes.
Come on, is it Mr. Ji-sung Park?
Congratulations, Tom. One of the best players that's ever donned the Manchester United shirt, along with Queen's Park Rangers, which was his other team, who were in the Premier League at that time. Okay, they got relegated the season that he played. Of course.
He wouldn't have wallowed down and he was too good. He's too much of a workhorse, that guy.
He was a phenomenal player, nicknamed Three Lung Park because of his remarkable endurance levels. I'll never forget when Ferguson gave him that job. He went, Messi, he's yours. And when we say man marking is a thing, you won't see a better performance of man marking. As soon as he came into the attacking quarter, he just locked onto him and he frustrated Messi better than anyone I've ever seen. So,
do you know what it was? The reason I got him, I saw Asia. Obviously, there's not been a load of Asian players for Manchester United, but you being a United fan, it's just like every United fan loves Ji-sung Park. So it's just like
special place. Yeah, I knew as soon as I was like, it's not that difficult. As soon as you tick off all of them. You know, there are plenty of amazing Asian players out there, but I was like, he's good. As soon as he gets that, then he's got it. Like, of course, but a great player, man. Had to use him at some point. So, well done. Good fun.
Right, that does it, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this week. Enjoy the FA Cup, everybody, and hold on to those transfers.
Yes.
Yeah, just give it till Monday. See what the crack is. Get some information, and hey, who's feeling cocky and wants to go against Mo captaincy?
Yes, an interesting one. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, can't wait for the FA Cup, and then they've got straight away a couple of days off for some teams, and straight into some fixtures midweek: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So make sure you don't miss that 6:00 deadline on Tuesday night.
You have been warned. Follow us, guys, at Tom and Will FPL. Come and chat to us. Come say hi. Let us know what you think about the show. Why don't you give us your five-a-side team for next week as well? See if you can beat Will. Shouldn't be too difficult.
No.
And if you're listening to the pod, please give us a 5-star rating. We'd love you so much. Love you loads. Right, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Have fun. That's a wrap.